Hey guys, so in my last video, I gave some tips for bulking, so I just wanted to give some tips for cutting as well. So, first tip I would give for when you're cutting is to set realistic expectations and to set clear expectations on what you actually want to achieve. Do you want a quicker cut or do you want a more sustainable long term cut? Each comes with its pros and cons. For example, a quicker cut, you could lose more weight in a shorter period of time. The con is that it may not be sustainable, but it very well could be depending on how passionate you are about you making your transformation. If you're very committed to it, then a quick cut could be for you. If you are just trying to get into it and you want to take smaller steps, then a more sustainable long term cut is for you. So, an example of it would be losing, let's say, 20 to 30 pounds over the course of 6 months, let's say. And then a quick cut would be losing that same amount of weight in like 2.5 months. So there's differences for each of those. Another tip that I would give would be to eat foods that you enjoy that also fill you up and are nutritious. So you want to really realistically be eating the same foods year round. You don't want to just feel as though when you're cutting, you have to eat completely different foods as you're eating the rest of the year. Ideally, when you're cutting, bulking, or maintaining, you're eating the same amount, you're eating the same types of foods. The only change is the amount of food. So when you're bulking, you're eating more of the same food. Maintaining, you're eating just enough to stay the same weight. And then when you're cutting, you're eating less of the same amount of food. So find foods that you enjoy. Just because some foods work for me and I like eating them doesn't mean that you have to eat those same foods. So you want to get something that you are going to be able to follow. It has to be realistic in order for it to work and work long term. And so another tip I would give when cutting is to increase your intensity before you just drop calories. People are way too quick to drop their calories so low in the beginning, and then they start stalling out on weight loss progress. And then after that, they don't have much to do. The only thing they have left to do is to further increase the intensity and also drop more calories. So instead of putting yourself in a rough spot, it's better to start off by increasing your intensity in the gym first, maybe adding more sessions throughout the day, taking shorter rest times in your workouts. If you're just doing cardio, if you're just doing outdoor workouts, make them a little bit more intense, add a little bit more to it. And then after that, after you've been losing weight with that, then you can start dropping calories as the weight loss starts to stall with the intensity. And then you can go back and forth between that. After the weight stalls from, let's say, your 200 calorie deficit, then you can further increase the intensity, and maybe add some more simple cardio into your day, like walking. Another tip that I have is walking is amazing. You don't have to be running, you don't have to be sprinting up a hill or anything crazy like that. Simple things work too. So you don't have to start off trying to do the absolute most. Just taking walks throughout the day, multiple walks, at any time that you remember walking, even if you're just walking around the house, just, walk consistently for a good amount of time and do it throughout the day. The key is to be active throughout your whole day rather than just trying to lose weight by just doing one session of activity. One session of activity, it is going to work, but it's going to work a whole lot slower. So if you want to speed up your results, get active throughout the day. Plan it around your job, plan it around whatever you're doing. Get active throughout the day. It's going to make it so much easier to cut down and lose the weight that you want to lose. Now remember, you have to start big and do anything overwhelming. You see all of these diets out here and, it makes it seem as though you have to do crazy things just to lose weight. When losing weight shouldn't be a complicated process. It's simple. You just simply have to burn more calories than you intake. If you're not losing weight on your cut, then I would suggest going back to the drawing board and reassessing, because once something is not happening as it should, you are not burning more than you are taking in. Even if you think, let's say you're supposed to be eating 2,000 calories, and you think you're eating 2,000 calories. If you're not losing weight, then maybe you need to drop your calories even lower, or maybe you need to increase your intensity even more, because you should aim to at least be making progress each week, accounting for things like water retention that could prevent you from seeing the results of your cut right away. Let's say like in the first few weeks, but at the end of the day, if you haven't lost weight in 3 weeks, then something is not going right. So you definitely need to go back to the drawing board and assess, hey, why am I not losing weight? I should be making some progress at least in this period of time. So try not to go 2 weeks without having some tangible progress in your cut, so that you can keep yourself accountable and know, hey, is what I'm doing actually working, or do I need to stop and reassess what I'm doing and do something that actually works? Okay, so those were just a few quick tips to help you in your cut. I'll be probably making another video on this in the future, but this is just some quick things to help people get started. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and tune in for future videos.